friends, it's Gina Shumway with the Auburndale Group. Do you ever find that sometimes it's hard to remember all of the different rules and strategies to see if something is a good investment? I want to talk to you a little bit about some of our rules of thumb with investment properties. Maybe they'll help you. The first is the 1% rule. The 1% rule is basically stating that if you buy a home, you should be able to rent it for 1% of the home purchase price. So for instance, if you had a home that you bought for $200,000, you should be able to rent it for around $2,000 per month. It used to actually be the 2% rule, but times have changed since then, and now we find that it's actually a good deal, or considered a good deal, if you can get it to meet the 1% rule. Our next is a cap rate. You will hear this a lot in real estate investment. What is a cap rate? The cap rate is the NOI, the net operating income, divided by the value of the property. This is seen a little bit more in commercial real estate, but can be used in residential as well. A good cap rate is a little bit, depends on the individual. If it's a lower cap rate, then a lot of times it's a little bit less risk, but typically I see a lot of investors wanting 7 or 8 or higher percent cap rate. Now remember, your net operating income is not including your debt service. The next is a loan to value. So a lot of people talk about this in what is an LTV, the loan to value. So what that is generally the percentage which a lender will give you or be willing to finance for you on a particular property. This has also changed recently. Used to be about 75 to 80%. I have seen some instances where lenders don't want to give more than 60% right now just because of the uncertainty in the market. It is improving, however. Vacancy rate. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about a whole lot, but you want to know what the vacancy rate is if the property that you're looking to purchase is currently used as an investment property. The goal would be to have it less than 5% if possible. If it's a long-term rental, if it's a short-term rental, that vacancy tends to be a little bit higher, but because hopefully your income nightly is higher, that can kind of offset it. But it really just depends on what your net operating income is, your cash flow, and all of that. The next thing is a DSCR. So basically what you're talking about is your debt service ratio. So that would be what your net operating income is and then what your annual debt. So net operating income divided by your annual debt. Investors like to hopefully see about 1.3. I know some lenders personally who will lend on 1 to 1.1. So contact me if you need some of that. And the next thing is cash on cash returns. So what you want to do is you want to take what your annual cash flow is and you divide it by the total cash invested. As a rule of thumb, most people strive to be able to get a 10% cash on cash return. If it looks like they might be able to increase rent rates or be able to, boost their income, sometimes they'll be able to reason that to about 7 or 8%, and it might be agreeable for some. So those are some of your rules of thumb for real estate. If you have any questions on that, or you're interested at all, give me a call. My name is Gina Shumway with the Auburndale Group. My team would love to help you out and answer any questions that you may have. If you like this content, like and subscribe our page. We also are available on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Let's do this.